Good evening. Welcome to .programming.com. This is my blog. Today I'm talking about how to add dynamically a item in menu. So I have a table in database that's name is menu dynamically. So these are the columns of the database tables which will appears on your screen after some times because the loading takes times. For the first time the design surface is loading. The text part is already loaded. So menu ID that is integer, not null. Menu name is variable type characters, that size is 50. Menu location, so menu ID is integer, menu name is variable character, menu location is variable character, and the parent ID is integer. So where is the menu ID is a unique ID through which we can assign the parent, and the parent ID through which we can assign the childs. Okay, the menu name is a display item which is displaying menu as a item, and the menu location, what is the location of the menu location? It means we can navigate by the clicking of menu item. So I have some data in the database, that is the menu ID is 1 and menu name is a parent item 1, menu location is null and the parent ID is 00. Both item contains 00 parent ID. So parent item 3 null and the parent ID is 1. Oops, okay, 0. Now parent child item, where we can assign the child item, the menu ID is 1, so parent ID is 1, that is the child item ID assigned under the parent item 1. The child item 1 actually assigned under the parent ID parent item 1 because the menu ID is 1, so parent ID of the child item is 1. It's similar with the menu ID. Okay, now add a new web page, or you can say web form in the solution. Add a menu control and bind with the menu control from the database table. Simply after that bind we can detect the parent and the child items from the database table according to menu ID and the parent ID. So first of all, add a menu control from the navigation sections. Yeah, successfully added. Now set the orientation property of the menu control is horizontal because the vertical looking like the tree. So now set the menu control orientation property is horizontal. Yeah, that is vertical to horizontal. Okay, your menu control looking like this way. Okay, now add some code. Yeah, SQL connection class, or you can say inside the constructor. So first of all, add a constructor of that class, so default for, in which we can assign the class connection string properties of the SQL connection class. So SQL connection, it's not actually namespace is there, so add a namespace system.data.sql client, assign instance of the SQL connection class, that is con. Now con dot equals to new SQL connection, make the object of that class con dot connection string, and the connection string we have in web.config file. So configuration manager class through which we can pick all the element of the web.config class. So I want to pick here connection string dot to string. Okay, what is the connection string which is reside in web.config class config file, that is XML file, and now I want to pick the name of the connection strings and put it here within double quotes. That is there. Yeah, fine. Now if page dot is passed back, it's not IntelliSense's work, because the page is a capital, it's a case sensitive, so page dot is passed back. Yeah, it's passed back. It's not equals to page is passed back, so bind the menu. Okay, bind menu. Generate the method stub of the bind menu. So first of all, open the connections by the count.open. Now add a data set and SQL data adapter. So data set not available namespace, so ds equals to new data set. After the data set, you can press control and control dot to pick the namespace. Data table dt equals to new data table. SQL data adapter, make the string through which we can pick the table data. Select strict from all the data I want to pick here. The name of the table is menu devi, and now the use SQL data adapter to fill the data set. So new SQL data adapter SQL, and the connection is gone. Okay, that's clear. Da.fill ds to fill the data set. Now I want to add some a table from the data set. So dt equals to ds.tables 0, because only the single table I have in data set. So data row which is available in dt, so d row, actually data row is assigned with the parent, so d row parent, data row parent, dt dot select. I want to select from the table, so dt dot select which data row I want to select here. Actually depends on the parent id, where's the which contains the parent id is 0. Okay, so parent id equals to plus 0. So d row contains actually an array, so data row, because multiple parent id is 0, so make the array here. Yeah, now use the for each loop to bind the parent row first. So for each, here's the variable is a data row, and the item is changed with the some other named row, data row, and the collection is the data row parent. So now first to add in the menu item, so menu 1 dot items dot add, where the parent id is 0, so all the assigned with the in array, so item is dot add. What I should add? Menu item, so new menu item, which will add in the menu items. So dr data column, so dr menu id, so menu name, sorry, dot toString, comma, string value. The other is a dr menu id, comma, other one is dot toString, that's the type of the string image URL. So navigation URL is there, so menu location. Menu name is a text item which is appeared in the item, so through which we can navigate menu ID that is there. And menu locations, I want to when we click on the menu items, so navigate to the page, that is the menu location. So 3 items add depend on the conditions. So another for each loop is depend on the child items. So a data row, dr in what I should add, dt dot select parent id is greater than 0. Okay, so child item contains the 1, so menu items, menu menu 1 is the name of the menu, so change men1 equals to new menu item. What should I add in menu item actually? So add a child item in the menu, so contain menu name dot toString, string value, so dr dot menu name menu id dot toString, comma, put image URL, string image URL, so image URL is null, navigate URL is a menu location, so dr menu location dot toString. Yeah, that's fine. String target, okay, that's fine, it's not target. So add also in the menu 1 dot items, so sorry, find control, find item, actually what item I find, parent id dot toString dot outside the find control dot child items dot add. Okay, that's fine. Now run this application in the browser. Take some time to load the application in the browser. Oops, invalid object name menu device. Oh, the name spelling is mistake, So menu, I mean U, it's not a Y, so change it here. Menu, save this and run it again, refresh it. Yeah, the parent item 1, the parent item contains the single child item 1, parent item 2 and parent item 3. So first of all the parent item will add into them as a menu item, and second as a item. So I want to use the menu location here. So about.aspx is the name of the page which is exist in the solution. When we click on the parent item 1, the page will navigate to the about.aspx page. So run it again and check it. The menu location is work with fine. Yeah, now click it. Yeah, successfully run. So thank you very much for watching this video tutorial about this control. Thank you very much. That is the menu location.